Hey folks, let's talk about the 1980s Toyota SUV, a true legend, a real tough guy. Back when cars were, well, cars. None of those fancy electric things. These were machines made to go anywhere, anytime, even on a freezing winter morning. They just don't build them like this anymore, right? These SUVs climb mountains and crossed rivers without even a hiccup. They were the hard workers of their time. But even the toughest guys have their weaknesses, and winter can be a real headache. But don't worry, with a little know-how and some elbow grease, you can get that old engine roaring back to life. The cold, it gets into everything, doesn't it? And your trusty Toyota SUV feels it too. The cold makes the oil thick, like honey, so the engine has a hard time turning over. The battery, the heart of the beast, struggles to give it that initial jolt. And don't even get me started on those spark plugs, it's like they're teaming up against you, trying to keep your Toyota quiet. But we're not going to let them win, are we? No way. Okay, let's get to work. Starting a cold 1980s Toyota SUV is like a special ritual. First, check the battery. Make sure the connectors are clean. A little baking soda and water works great for that. Next, open the hood and take a quick look at the engine. Check the oil and add more if it needs it. Look at the belts and hoses for any cracks or worn-out spots. Now, about the choke. This little lever can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Gently pull it out about halfway. This gives the engine a richer mix of fuel and air, like an extra shot of energy. But be careful. Too much choke and you'll flood the engine. It's all about balance. Section 5. The battery heart of the beast. Turn the key to the on position and look at the dashboard. All the lights should come on. That's a good sign your battery is okay. Now, the moment of truth. Turn the key all the way to start the engine and hold it there. The engine should turn over. If it doesn't, well, you might need a new battery. Section 6. Fluids, the lifeblood. Fluids are super important for your car. Check the oil, of course, but don't forget the coolant, especially when it's freezing. Make sure it's the right mix. Too much water, and it could freeze and cause some serious damage. Nobody wants that. Section 7. A moment of truth. Listen carefully. Can you hear it? That rumbling sound as the engine comes to life? That's the sound of success. Let the engine run for a few minutes to warm up. Watch the temperature gauge. Once it starts to go up, you're ready to roll. Section 8. If it doesn't start, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Check the basics. Fuel, spark, and air. Is there gas in the tank? Are the spark plugs okay? Is the air filter clean? If you're still having trouble, it might be time to call a mechanic. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Even the best mechanics need a tow truck sometimes. Section 9. The legacy lives on. There you have it. Starting an old Toyota SUV in the cold might take a little patience, but it shows how tough these amazing machines are. They're strong, they're dependable, and with a little care, they'll keep running long after other cars have given up. So, next time you see one of these old guys on the road, give the driver a nod. They're part of a special group, a reminder of when cars were built to last.